Okay. Sunday, December 10th. I had maybe 6 beer. Went to a Christmas party today and had a good time until I got some news about half an hour ago. Now, I understand maybe I shouldn't do this, but a friend of mine, not a person like not a person that you would call a close friend, like people always say, if the person never invited you inside to their home, they're not really truly a friend. But this guy here, no, never invited me over for fishing or hunting or drinking beer or even had coffee, but he was a good friend. And his name was Peter Duffy. Who's Peter Duffy? You know, the guy that fixed the shoes at King's Place, Soleman. He took a heart attack Saturday or Friday night or Saturday, it doesn't matter. And he died at the age, he was older, 1 year older than me. There's 2 minutes in this video already, I'm sorry, but I'm still in shock. This guy, Peter, was a good guy. He was a guy that I never heard him swear. He was straightforward, good Catholic. I remember the march they did, St. Justin Church from the north side to the south side. He liked the video I did. We had many debates. Peter, every time, it's the only place at King's Place that I would go behind the counter and we would check the computer and opinions on my videos or my blogs or opinions about everything. And he was straightforward with his views, very, very straightforward. I even said, speak a language that we could understand. He would always use fancy words. But one thing about Peter is when you run a business, there's a lot of business at King's Place. But it's not too often that you walk through King's Place and the business owner stands there and says, good morning, good morning, good morning, hello. Everybody would just talk to the guy. And he had many stories. There's this picture, go to your funeral home. Anyway, Peter, often he would sit down and I would say, what's wrong with you? You okay? What, Charles, are you a doctor now? I said, no, my sister's a family doctor, but I'm telling you, there's something wrong. And I would tell him that often. And there's one thing about Peter. I never took a picture of Peter. He would always, no. And even last Thursday, my new camera, and I could have took a selfie where just me and him were like this. And I even asked him, I could have took the picture and he would have never known, but I respected his wishes. But this is terrible. This is awful, awful, awful news. Gone way, way, way too early. And he was one of the best. I know every community, every place, somebody dies and everybody, they mourn and mourn. But this guy was like a rock at King's Place. Like everybody knew Peter. I remember I seen him last week. There was a woman that her shoe, the sole, the top, they just split up. And I arrived there. I said, "Excuse me, nothing personal, Peter." I said, "What? I got to ask you a question. Where do you buy your glue?" "What do you mean?" "Where do you buy your glue?" He says. "The States." I said, "Are you sure? I mean, before I blog issues, I want to know." "The States." "Why?" "Well, somebody bought a shoe." I show him the pictures. And it was a shoe that he glued 5 years earlier. But he told me, he says, I won't mention the name here. He said, "Tell her to bring it over. I'll do it again." Now, we lost a giant. We did lose a giant. And my deepest sympathy to the family. And he was one of the best. And he will be missed. The only bad thing about Peter, he was a Montreal Canadian fan. I think he would enjoy me saying that, but then he would maybe tell me correctly, use the fancy word. No, we lost a good one. That's one thing about getting old. I don't like getting older. I'm 50, not 58. The older I get, more people are dying, and I don't like it. Never mind me, this is Peter. You'll be missed, Pete. You'll be missed by a lot of people.